from the University of Laverne. This is Foothill Community News.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Foothill Community News from the University of Laverne. I'm George Martinez.
And I'm Taylor Moore. It has been called one of the most important midterm elections in years, and one that can change the balance of power in Congress. The University of Laverne did its part by serving as a national voting location for the first time. Located on the first floor of the campus center, students and members of the community were able to cast their vote in California's general election. The polls were open from November 5th to the 8th, and the turnout was greater than expected. The University Voting Center was established thanks to a collaboration between Los Angeles County and the University of Laverne.
While California's election results are still coming in, it is projected that Governor Gavin Newsom will return to office along with Lieutenant Governor Eleni Koulounakis. Democratic Senator Alex Padilla has been re-elected to his seat in Congress. Voters also approved two big ballot measures. Proposition 1, which makes reproductive rights, including abortion, a part of the state's constitution, and Proposition 28, requiring funding for the arts in public schools.
November is the season for giving thanks, but before we talk turkey, we have to talk prices. Thanksgiving dinner prices have increased, so here's the reason why and some tips for how you can save money. This year, a Thanksgiving dinner like this is going to cost you a lot more money, but inflation is not the only reason. An ongoing spread of avian bird flu has put turkeys in limited supply. USDA data says prices have increased by 73%. This year's turkey price averages at $1.99 per pound compared to last year's $1.15 per pound. This premium 16-pound butterball turkey cost $40. Last year, a turkey this size would have cost $20. With turkey prices having doubled, the question is, will turkey make your Thanksgiving table this year? I talked to my aunt, Yolanda Stevens, who cooks our family's big Thanksgiving dinner, to see what her plans are given the higher cost of the traditional meal.
What I've been doing, actually, I usually don't start even buying anything for our dinner until about a week or so before. I've already started.
The avian bird flu, inflation, supply issues, and other factors have also impacted the cost of ingredients that go into dishes. Stevens says that to save money, she bought a box of 5 dozen eggs for under $15 and 4 4-ounce butter sticks for under $7 from Sam's Club. She also started buying potatoes and other non-perishable food items that can be kept good until Thanksgiving Day. Albertsons shopper Cheryl Hessick found another way to save money.
I do a turkey breast in the crock pot. It's easy and I know when it'll be done. Today I bought my turkey breast. Much cheaper. Yeah, the turkeys are getting really expensive. So
Hessick's turkey breast costs $17, significantly less than a 15-pound turkey that costs around $40. If you want to save money on this upcoming holiday, shop smarter, not harder. Look around and see what is your cheapest option for this year's Thanksgiving dinner. The average price of a pumpkin pie at supermarkets is $7, but Costco sells pumpkin pies for $1 cheaper. Target's Butterball turkey sells at $1.19 a pound, significantly cheaper than these turkeys from another store. Those are just two examples of how shopping around might score you a cheaper Thanksgiving meal. Another way you can save money is buying that turkey sooner rather than later before supply is limited.
For students who may not be able to make it home, the University of Laverne will be bringing free holiday meals to them this Thanksgiving. The meals are being provided through Bon Appetit. Students can sign up online through November 16th and are expected to pick up their meals on November 23rd at the campus eatery, The Spot. Vegetarian options are also available. The meal packs will be given out on a first-come, first-served basis.
Students experiencing food insecurity can pick up a bag of groceries and other goods at the University of Laverne's Leo Food Pantry. The pantry's monthly distribution takes place November 14th to 18th at the Randall Lewis Center from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Students can sign up for a vegetarian, halal, or kosher bag and are able to customize their bag to the dietary needs. The pantry also provides toiletry items for the students. To donate to the food pantry, visit the link on their Instagram at Leo Food Pantry.
November is a month full of celebrations, from Thanksgiving to Dia de los Muertos. Olvera Street's annual Dia de los Muertos celebration came alive with music and dance earlier this month to honor the spirits of our loved ones. Reporter Megan Mojica was there to give us a look into the celebration.
More than 100 guests visited the kiosco and shops of historic Olvera Street in downtown Los Angeles, where altars known as ofrendas, were set up to celebrate those who have passed on.
It's just something that I feel is very important to me to come and do.
Paula Gomez says she came out to the event to embrace tradition and also in honor of her dad.
And since I became an adult, I just started to get those traditions and make those things come, and I also make my own altar. And recently my father passed away, so that's something a little bit more closer to home.
For over 35 years, Olvera Street has celebrated the Mexican holiday, where the dead are the guest of honor. After scaling down because of COVID, this year the event was back in full swing. Attendees danced to Hispanic music, enjoyed a live performance of Mexican folk music, and got to view over 20 ofrendas on display around shops and the kiosco. Jenny Hernandez has attended the event for 15 years. Her ofrenda honors her nephew, Eddie Villas. But over the years, it has grown into a community altar for anyone who would like to leave a picture of a loved one.
It's very special. It's very family orientated. It's unity. You see people of all races, age, kids. It's just a time to enjoy life and remember the ones that we lost in happiness.
Olvera Street shop owner Valerie Hanley is the event's organizer. She says she loves the Dia de los Muertos celebration because it keeps the culture alive and gives back to the community.
It enriches us. It makes us understand other cultures more if we see what kind of holidays or festivities that they have. So that's important.
The event had a great turnout tonight. There was a real sense of community here with everybody in attendance in celebration of their loved ones. Reporting for Foothill Community News, I'm Megan Mojica.
When we come back, Art in Action.
And we'll tell you what's going on around the town.
This is what too much sounds like. This is what stress feels like. And this is what help feels like. If you've lost a job, worry about your next meal, or have trouble making it through the day, we can help. Text STRESS to 211-211 to find a solution.
Unique artworks by 30 artists came together in Claremont this month to showcase their work at the Padua Art Fiesta. I went to see what it was all about.
Crowds of people packed the hillside of Claremont for the Padua Art Fiesta, featuring booths filled with ceramic art, oil paintings, clay art, glass art, and more. Local and international artists came to showcase their work and find inspiration through other artists. Art Fiesta event coordinator Catherine McIntosh says the concept of the festival is to allow the community to see art in action.
Well, it's a great chance for the artists to show their work and for the community to come out and see working artists working at their craft.
Visitors got to see art in a variety of mediums, from wood art by artist Lauren Verdugo.
I'm a wood artist. I'm a furniture maker, mostly. And what I have here at Padua Hills is a bunch of lamps, a bunch of furniture, got some tissue box holders and some clocks.
Two oil paintings by artist Elisa Arencibia.
I love to go outside to different locations and paint my views. California is very beautiful, and I love to go to different places like the beach, like the mountains.
Some of Elisa's prize-winning art was showcased at the fiesta. Miguel Naya from Claremont says, seeing all the work was a treat.
I think it's cool. It's our first time here and enjoy looking at the local artists and their work and trying to explore a little bit more.
There was something for everyone here at the Padua Art Fiesta. For Elijah Sanchez, the jewelry was a big attraction.
I really like the jewelry because I wear a lot of jewelry, and I think it's really good craftsmanship.
The paintings varied from $30 to $3,000, and some of the ceramic pieces were $1,500.
If you missed the art festival, don't worry, there's plenty happening around the town. BYOSB is holding a Thanksgiving market at Rodeo X in Ontario. Bring the family along for fun fall festivities, including over 50 vendors. You can shop, hear live music, enjoy craft beers, food, face painting, and outdoor yard games. They will also be taking donations for non-perishable food items for their food drive. Parking and admission is free. The event takes place on November 18th from 4 to 9 p.m. at Rodeo X in Ontario. For more information, go to eventbrite.com and search for Thanksgiving Market at Rodeo X.
Looking for other ways to get into the Thanksgiving spirit? Well, you're in luck. San Dimas will be holding a turkey triathlon and trot on November 20th. Participants will take part in a scenic run through Bonelli Park in San Dimas beginning at 7 a.m. Registration is open online at events.com.
You can also trot over to Claremont for the city's 15th annual Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning. Participants will take a run through the quaint Claremont Village and scenic streets of the Claremont colleges and surrounding historic neighborhoods. In-person and virtual options are available for the participants who have health and safety concerns. The 1K costs $30 and the 5K is $50. All proceeds will be donated to the Claremont Sunrise Rotary. To register for the event, visit runsignup.com and search Claremont Turkey Trot.
Bring the family out to Laverne's annual Cruisin' Holiday Car Show. You'll get a look at some of Southern California's hottest cars and trucks. From classic cars to exotics, sports cars, and even antiques. There will also be music, vendors, unique shops, and great food. The event will be held in Old Town Laverne on November 19th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Guests are encouraged to bring a $10 unwrapped toy for donation.
If you're looking to skip over the fall festivities and begin Christmas celebrations, then look no further than the LA Zoo Lights, opening on November 19th. Guests can take a self-guided stroll through the LA Zoo grounds and view wildlife-inspired lantern displays, fun interactive elements, and fabulous photo ops. Admission for adults ranges from $35 to $39, and for children it ranges from $27 to $32. VIP experiences are also available for purchase. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit lazoo.org.
Coming up, we'll tell you about an unlikely water polo duo and a basketball tradition that has returned to the University of Laverne.
We'll have these stories plus sports plays and game scores. We'll be right back.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Two University of Laverne water polo players are making a comeback thanks to an NCAA rule that gives some athletes a second chance. Reporter Sheridan Lambrook explains.
Water polo is a game of second chances. Grad students James Cano and Joe Lamson know this feeling well. The NCAA gave these athletes eligibility beyond their original playing time, although they are still years older than their teammates. 30-year-olds James Cano and Joe Lamson are not your typical college athletes. They're both graduate students at the University of Laverne. They are 10 years older than the average college athlete, and both are making a big splash on the university's water polo team.
Yeah, it's like I came into one of the practices for University of Laverne last year, actually, and Pat just comes up to me during warm-up, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to play again?" And I was like, "I don't even know if I can."
Both Joe and James were on the team as undergraduates in 2010. Now graduate students working towards their master's degree in education, they both decided to give water polo another shot.
This is like super exciting, you know, whereas when I was 18 years old, like the idea of going to morning practice was just exhausting and like it's not what I wanted to do. So no, I feel like I'm more grateful now.
Joe and James competed only for one season as undergraduates, but under NCAA rules, student athletes have 4 years to compete and can spread the seasons out over the years. This is what allowed the two to come back. Although being an older athlete has its benefits, it also comes with risks.
I have to stretch a lot more than I did when I was younger.
This season, James continues to lead the offense as one of the top scorers on the team, while Joe blocks several of the goal's attacks. For both men, their love of the sport and bond with their team has motivated them through the season.
Yes, I think they make the team way better, them being
older and having more experience.
Redlands players came up to me. They were like saying like, "Hey, dude, I really love your energy. It's really fun to play against you."
Well, the season is coming to a finale, and both Joe and James are getting ready for the fall 2023 season. Reporting to you from Las Flores Pool, I'm Sheridan Lambert for Foothill Community News.
Fall sports are coming to a close, and reporter Nate Rodriguez has the scoop on our local teams.
What's going on, Nate?
Well, the first playoff season of the year is here, and some of our high school athletes are officially committing to four-year schools, with some big news for seniors coming out of Bonita High School. November 9th was National Letter of Intent Signing Day, and the Bearcats celebrated 4 senior student athletes inking to four-year schools. Girls water polo player Emma Dorr will play at McKendree University in Illinois. Girls volleyball player Trinity Carroll will play at Azusa Pacific. Tyler Hawley will play baseball at Cal State Fullerton, and softball player Brooklyn Schroyer will play at softball at Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey. In other high school sports, the Bonita girls volleyball team made it to the first round of playoffs but lost to Long Beach Wilson High School 3-1. San Dimas High School football advanced to CIF playoffs and shut out West Covina in their first game 13-0. They advanced to the Division IX quarterfinals on November 11th against Taquitos High School. The Saints boys water polo team won their first 3 games in the Division V playoffs before beating Buena Park High School 10-4 in the semifinals. The boys advanced to the championship game against Don Lugo High School on Saturday. Claremont High Wolfpack football took home the San Antonio League Championship this year, advancing them to the CIF Division VII playoffs. In the first round, the Pack beat Hart High School on the road 29-26. They then hosted Mayfair High School in the quarterfinal round on Friday. For Claremont Cross Country, both teams advanced to the league finals meet on November 5th and 6th, where the girls took home the title and the boys placed third. Still, both teams will advance to the CIF playoffs. And I mentioned keeping an eye out for Damien High School's water polo team. The Spartans beat Capistrano Valley High 12-6 in the Division III semifinals, securing themselves a spot in the championship game on Saturday, November 12th against Portola High. Rounding out high school sports, the St. Lucies Region's cross-country team was a top 10 Division V team every week of this season. Led by senior top runner Alexis Corvasi, St. Lucis raced on the D5 preliminary meet at Mount Sac on Friday. At the University of La Verne, the women's volleyball team was the highlight of the fall season. The ladies capped off their season at home with a 7-point comeback win to beat the second-place California Lutheran Regals in 5 dramatic sets. Leopards volleyball had several awards winners at year's end. First-year outside hitter Maya Ray made first-team All-SCIAC Conference and was recognized as the conference newcomer of the year, while senior middle blocker Ayana Mir was named to the All-SCIAC second team. Senior setter Jordan Patton was awarded the SCIAC Character Award, presented to a junior or senior that best exemplifies success on and off the court. La Verne basketball is gearing up and ready to pack the stands. The teams drummed up excitement during their Moonlight Madness event.
The Leopards men's and women's basketball teams are ready for tip-off into the new season. On November 3rd, the teams hosted their Moonlight Madness event to get ULV fans pumped up for the action.
I remember when I was a freshman, a sophomore, Moonlight Madness was a tradition of ours that so many people came out, and because of COVID, we weren't able to do it, and we weren't able to do it last season even though we were back.
Moonlight Madness traditionally marks the beginning of basketball season at the University of La Verne. In its return to the court, fans had the opportunity to compete in a variety of games and win prizes. The Leopards entered the gym through a tunnel of pom-poms and received ovations from the crowd before getting right into the games. First, a 2-team skills competition that required fans to make a layup and free throw, as well as a player to sink a 3-pointer in order to win. Then, the men's Casey Knudsen faced off against the women's Marissa Howell in a 3-point contest. Howell made 5 shots in the given time, but Knudsen made 6, and he delivered prizes to the crowd after winning. The dance team took the court to perform during a short break before men's basketball returned for an exhilarating dunk contest. Competing alongside first-year teammates Tyler Matthews and Tyler Brown, senior Paul Antonis appreciated how special of a night it was.
We're looking to have a pretty successful season this year, so just having them here supporting us and just rooting for us every single second, it means the world to us. So
fans were brought back onto each side of the court to play a game of knockout. To close out the night, the crowd participated in a half-court shootout, which was won by men's basketball's Kyler Harvey. Fans had a great time sharing the court with players and competing.
You know, I was in all the competitions, and you know, my mindset in all the games were all about execution and, you know, just trying to win.
Both Leopards basketball teams play 14 games in front of the Leo faithful this season. The women play their first home game on November 22nd, while the men play their next on November 23rd.
That's it for sports. Back to you.
Thanks. That'll do it for us. Thank you for watching Foothill Community News. You can also catch our newscasts, including previous shows, at foothillcommunitynews.org. And you can follow us on Twitter at Foothill Community News.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.